Next, but right now, Bill, he's on KTCN. Welcome to the program, Bill. Hi.
Thank you for taking my call, Jason. I just want to make a quick point. All these people think that they have the right to free transportation, free housing, and free everything. Where's my right, or should I say our right, to have them keep their fingers off our pocketbooks? I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Well, of course, that is why it's not a right. True rights are non-obligatory. There's something that we libertarians call the non-obligation standard. So my right to life requires nothing from you except to leave me alone. And freedom is the absence of force. So true liberty, true rights don't require anything from somebody else to be fulfilled. My right to life, liberty, and the property I've already accumulated. So if I've already bought and paid for this house, then that's my house. That's my right to property. My right to life, you can't kill me, but that doesn't require anything from you. My right to liberty, to live as I do, is live as I please. My pursuit of happiness, again, doesn't require anything from you. But once you say that you have a right to food stamps, you have a right to a corporate bailout, you have a right to have taxpayers build a baseball stadium, once you do that, you, of course, violate the rights of your neighbor by making them pay for it. Then all of a sudden, your neighbor's right to property, your neighbor's right to their life, your neighbor's right to their liberty is gone. They now have to work for you. They're second-class citizens. That's why none of these are rights. That's why the right to health care is, let me be clear about this, not a right. If it were a right, I wouldn't be paying my doctor. I would merely show up at the clinic and say, since I have a right to health care, you must work for free. But then, of course, he becomes a slave. And that violates his rights or her rights. Rights are mutually inclusive. They're not mutually exclusive. You can have one with another. Your rights coexist. But a right to an education, a right to Section 8 vouchers, a right to health care cannot coexist with my right to keep that which I earned. And that is the fundamental intellectual problem with liberalism. It always has. They don't give a damn about rights. They don't care about freedom. They don't care about individuals. They care about the collective. And if you're in the right group, you get to trample another group. More importantly, you get to trample individuals. That's why I'm so adamant on defending, quote unquote, those nasty wealthy people. Not because they are rich, but because they are individuals. In this country, we raise the individual above the masses. That is to say, the masses do not have the right to take away, do not have the prerogative to take away the rights of the last individual merely because they outnumber him. So I don't defend the wealthy because I'm one of them. I don't defend the wealthy because I've got rich friends. I defend the wealthy because they are individuals. And they ought to have the same right to keep that which they earn as somebody making $50,000 a year or $50 million a year. It's not your money. And if we lose, if we start to pick and choose and say, well, normally, Jason, I agree with you. I believe in the rights of individuals, except for really rich people. In that particular case, I think the masses ought to be able to gang up and take their money in the name of income inequality. We've got to reduce income inequality, so therefore, we're going to redistribute the wealth and take money that doesn't belong to us. Today, it's the rich. Tomorrow, it's Catholics. Then it's Hispanics. Then it's blacks. Then it's pick your favorite outnumbered group. Defending the wealthy is the same thing as defending women, blacks, Hispanics, Asians. You pick your minority group. If you're outnumbered, you're outnumbered. And the reason that we have a constitution and a republic is to protect the individual. Period.
There's a new voice in conservative talk radio.
It's a cool voice.
And you're listening to him right now.
It's clearly a real person.
It's Jason Lewis.
It's good stuff.
This is the Jason Lewis Show on GCN.
And I think it really does make a difference.
The Genesis Communications Network.